Hey guys, Casey here. Welcome to the new year and welcome to 2025. First of all, I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I hope all your wishes and your dream comes true for the new year to come. Now, we all know within the Destiny community itself, we are a little bit frustrated on the roadmap and the direction that Destiny is taking so far, and the unwillingness to listen to its community in 2024 itself. Because of that, a lot of gamers and generally are leaving Destiny, is making sure that Destiny at this point right now has a little bit of a lackluster content and a lack of a true player base itself. But as a true Destiny gamer itself and the last Vanguard Titan still on Destiny itself, I'm always going to keep updating you until the server shuts down completely. Yes, me, Kishi, your official last Vanguard Titan within Destiny itself, I will keep going until the end of dawn itself. But you know me from stream, you know I'm always trying to be positive. We're going to go in 2025 with a positive beat. So let's see what Destiny has to offer for us in 2025 and every single thing that they officially promised to us and the community itself, what they're going to achieve, change and update, and of course the roadmap, the official roadmap what we can expect in 2025. Now there's a lot of things coming on left and right, a lot of changes coming on left and right, and most notable changes of course is within the Destiny management itself. The Destiny management is changing itself. That is going to be an indication of a new wind coming into Destiny itself. But of course, it's bound to see. This means out with the old and with the new. Beside the Destiny management that is changing itself, the community management of Destiny itself has officially put a statement out that they are well aware of the community mistrust if it comes to Destiny itself and the frustration of the community itself with the lackluster content and all the problems that have been happening so far, especially within the Destiny winter season itself. They're very well aware and they're addressing the issues moving forward. So like me, like I like to say, we're going to see if it actually means what he say or he's just talking bullshit. Now, within 2025, the very first thing that is coming out, which is of course going to be the very first expansion, is going to be on February the 10th. It's going to be the Heresy itself. But before we can talk about the full release of all the updates is coming in 2025, I want you guys to remember that once again, Destiny is officially changing his content style for 2025. Destiny, as we know right now, and this year will move from its formula of one large expansion to two medium ones. Though not directly compared, these could be on par with the earlier DLC of both games, or something close to what Rise of Iron was at the end of the first game. This DLC has been a hit or miss, but given its recent track records of more expansions being good than bad, as Lightfall was the only large stumble in the franchise itself, it is a small ray of hope for the franchise that the full world map of Destiny 22 of this year can be quite something unique. Now, like I said, the very first expansion we're going to have is going to be Heresy. It's going to be on February 10, 2025. A little bit later on that, we're going to have Apollo coming on the summer of 2025. The very first massive update and free update is going to be Columns of Arsenal. It's going to be as well in the summer of 2025. A little bit later, another large update is going to be the fall of 2025, the Column of the Surge. These updates, of course, you're going to expect a lot of the nerfs, buffs, and contents reshuffle moving forward if it comes to Destiny like we know. And the only thing I can hope as a Titan main that the concentration is not going to be nerfed, because at this point right now we Titan mains are in a very good spot when it comes to survivability and the gameplay experience, the fun factor, and up Titan mains, and of course we can be viable and in-game content as well. I hope a bunch of you guys are listening do not nerf the Titans, none whatsoever, but just make sure that the other classes as well are equally as strong moving forward, so everybody can start enjoying their favorite class moving forward. Beside that, the Behemoth is coming in 2025, and of course then we have an additional 2 new updates in the winter. There's a free update and of course another free update. The 4th one and the last one is going to be early on in the spring of the next year of 2026. But that is not of course all you need to understand if it comes to the new expansions changes and in general changes if it comes to how this is going to play out in this year. One of these major expansions, like I said, is going to be codenamed Apollo. Will start at summer 2025. While the second one is going to be Behemoth. Will launch on the winter of 2025. With these expansions, there will be 4 major content updates that run alongside them, released every 3 months or so. And these are described as on par with the content currently given by the seasons. But the move to free access is very boon into this right now. Each content will have an update and have reward pass similar to those already given into the game actually right now. But this will likely need to be paid for. Keep that in mind. Along with these content changes, the way the players acquire their gear will also be changed. Bungie is looking to have an escalating level of difficulty that will reward higher tier of loots if you try to challenge yourself, and of course in in-game content. Especially and essentially, new armors and weapons will have a tier from 1 to 5 that will show how good they truly are. So we'll make sure that players itself understand which is truly an in-game weapon, yes or no. These weapons will be split into a reward pool that are unique based on the activities and the sensitive of replayability across all modes itself. So it's very important that you understand how the gear and armor is really going to change. Now, if it comes to armor itself, they're changing the armor system into a higher tier level. So, for example, if you have an armor system, you have 100 resilience, the armor now will be enhanced to, for example, you can enhance your armor to 200 resilience. The more points you add to a certain form of a stat itself, increase the perks you're gonna have if it comes to that little form of a build that you're trying to create. Of course, if, for example, you want to make for more a tankier character itself for the Titans among ourselves. The gears itself will be based on gears. The higher tiers of challenges you're going to do, raids, grandmaster, of course, is going to provide you then with a higher tier of gear for you to grind and to look for. That is something I'm very excited about. So it gives more an incentive for players to really to challenge themselves in in-game content. And kudos for that idea that they brought to the table. I can only applaud them for that. But it's still waiting. We need to see how they're going to implement all these beautiful changes moving forwards. And besides how the gear system is going to work, because we're going to go more in depth towards and that when we truly have it in our hands, the new expansion, of course, when it's truly going to be start releases in form of builds expected, of course, in the channel itself, is also the way that the story is very important. I wanted to mention how the Destiny story is going to change moving forwards. And the thing is that another way that Bungie wants to change in 2025 is making the storytelling less linear. This was explained by the dev in a blog recently itself. Starting with the Apollo, Destiny's story through will have a set of starting points, but after that it's up to you, the player, to decide where to explore. So this method seems to lean more towards an open world RPG experience. Could be an interesting boon they're trying to implement here. But however, it will be crucial to see how the plot points convene and flow with one another. Apollo's story will start, of course, the next saga of Destiny franchise will cover moving forward. Episode 2 or 3 will hint towards this. Beside the story itself, the final act of Act 3 is starting officially next week, January the 7th. Expect the final conclusion of the 3 acts and of course the layer of the storytelling and of course the beat where the newest frontier is going to start if it comes to Destiny itself. The final act is really going to be the cherry on the cake, going to give us the feeling and understanding where Destiny is truly going to go. So be ready and be tuned yourself on January 7th and don't miss out on this beautiful content itself. Beside the final act of Revenant itself, we also have the pure white shader itself that has been severely mentioned in different forms of data mines. Probably is going to be one of the final rewards you're going to get by finalizing all the necessary steps of Act 3 itself. Hopefully it's going to be the case. For those who do not know, the pure white shader itself of Destiny is a popular Destiny 1 shader that's been highly acclaimed and asked within the community itself. The one important thing that we need to understand if it comes to the future of Destiny itself is that if it comes to expansion and storytelling and beats, the Dreadnought is going to be extremely popular and extremely important. If it comes to the final frontier and the direction that we are going as well for the gear sets we are going to get, and of course the weapons. A lot of weapons and gear set of the Dreadnought is going to be based on the lore aspect of Iris Moore and of course the Hive itself. It comes to gear and of course the look itself. It's still unclear where the Dreadnought is going to go if it comes to storytelling. If it's the Dreadnought, it's going to be our new tower moving forward towards the final frontier itself, and hopefully it's the case. And if it is the case, and I only can hope and speculate that we may have one day the options to have a player housings, it would be super cool if you have an option within the Dreadnought itself to customize it however we see fit, try to create more an end-game community system with ourselves. But so far it's still unclear what the Dreadnought is going to be if it comes to storytelling, beat, and of course our player experience. I truly hope that it's going to be our new tower itself as we are discovering the final frontier, and of course on a journey towards the Apollo DLC and first major update that coming to the summer itself. More news if it comes to Destiny, you're gonna hear it of course right here right now within Kishi itself. I'm your host Kishi itself. Thank you for being here and thank you for chilling with me. If you like this content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe yourself to the channel. And of course, give me your thoughts in the comments down below. Are you excited of the future of Destiny itself, or are you completely burned out of Destiny? And I will say, well, I had my time. The final shape is the end for me. I wish you all, the rest of the Destiny community, the best of luck moving forwards. If it's the case, let me know in the comments down below. And if you're not actually still having a positive hope of Destiny itself, let me as well know in the comments. If good or bad, let me know in the comments down below. It would be immensely cool to hear the different thoughts of the different community and different people within Destiny itself, what you are thinking about the future of Destiny moving forward. Either way, I'll see you guys on the next one. As we're doing my live stream, my let's play, gameplay walkthrough, tips and tricks we try to do in abundance within this channel itself. Yeah, see you guys next time, man. Like usually, one love only, man. Peace.